welcome to day 21 of the Big Macs challenge. So today is kind of one of those half days for me, so I need to work tonight, but I'm up during the day and I just take a nap in the afternoon before going into work. But I really have been wanting to make, I'm gonna call them spring rolls. I've made these in the past, so don't get me wrong. I have made these before. It's not that I haven't made these before, but I've been wanting to make these. I don't want to make them raw, although I have made them that way before, like with just all raw vegetables inside of them and with the sauce to dunk it in. Very good. But my one child absolutely detests these, like with a passion. I just don't feed them to him. I just give him the stuff on the inside on a plate and be like, here, you don't want the gooey rice paper thing on the outside, so there you go. That's what you get. And he's totally fine with that because he does not want to eat the outside. I have had zero success with these, making them without using oil because they stick to everything. I don't know if you guys have made these. Trying to cook them is difficult because they stick to whatever you try to cook them to. If you don't cook them, they stick to your plate, and when you try to pick them up, they just fall all over. I don't know. Either I don't know what I'm doing, which could very well be. That could be. Or they just are really sticky. So the way I've done it in the past is I've either deep fried them, and that works great, and not something I'm going to do now. Or I've put a decent amount of oil on them when I've tried to cook them, or just dealt with them being sticky as all get out and trying to get them back up off the plate. So anyways, I have decided to do something different, and we shall see if it works. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm super excited about this. I'm hoping that it works. So first things first, I need to cook some vegetables. I'm going to make these cooked, they're not raw. So I have, underneath there is a whole layer of purple cabbage. So there's a whole bunch of purple cabbage in there. There's some carrots that I chopped up, onions and mushrooms, and some garlic right there in the middle. I'm going to cook this. And then while that is cooking, I'm actually going to add a tablespoon of soy sauce and a tablespoon of hoisin sauce. So those are the only two things I'm going to add. Definitely add some ginger if that's your thing, if you're going to make these. But that's what I'm going to add. You don't need a whole lot of sauce on the inside because you make a dunking sauce or you buy a dunking sauce or whatever for the outside for when you're eating them. I've made peanut sauce in the past and it was fantastic. I am going super plain and simple, straightforward. Aldi's has a sweet and sour Asian sauce that is really, really, really good. I'm sure it's not really, really, really good for you, but at least the coloring comes from vegetables and stuff. That's cool. Anyways, so I'm going to go cook vegetables, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to roll a few of these, and I'm not going to have you watch me roll all of these because that would take a long time and be very boring for you. But I will come back and roll one of them and show you what I'm going to do. I have a secret ingredient. Thank you, Jill McKeever, for making these so that maybe they're not gonna be sticky. We shall see. I don't know. I haven't tried it before. I've not seen anybody else try it either, so yeah. This is a definite test, America's test kitchen for real right here going on. So anyways, I'm gonna go cook some vegetables and I'll be back with you guys soon. Okay guys, so the next step in the process is to make some spring rolls and to get them on this little tray to get them cooking. I have not started the oven yet. I need to do that. Hang on and I'll be right back. Okay, so what you do with this, if you've not made these before, they're actually really pretty easy. You take one of your sheets and you set it in some water. So you get the whole thing wet. Take it back out. Put it on your work surface. Come on down. You let it sit there for just a minute or two, or actually more like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, something like that. It does not take very long. Put your insides on there, whatever it is that you're choosing to use. And you fold it. Fold it. I'm by no means like an expert at this, guys. You grab the middle, squeeze it over, and roll it. A little bit extra down here, but that's okay. So the thing that these are is that they end up getting very, very, very sticky. And so my husband made some of Jill McKeever's oil substitute. This time just using water without using the bouillon. And so what I'm going to do is brush this onto these before I put it on the baking sheet. It's definitely oily. So I'm going to brush this on them and then bake them. And I'm not looking for this to make it oily, like a browning consistency, like you're frying it. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is for it to not stick to the pan. That's my goal. So it's definitely got that oily texture to it. So I'm going to make more of these and get them in the oven. I'm gonna bake them at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And I will show you guys whether or not this worked when they come out. I am very excited about this. I hope that this works out. But if it doesn't, that's okay too. They'll taste fine. They just won't necessarily stay together, which is my goal, is to keep them together. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right guys, my experiment didn't work. So 1 out of 7 did not stick. The other ones, unfortunately, did stick just enough that, yeah, this did not work out very well. However, they look fine in terms of like, I'm gonna let them sit for a little bit. I flipped them over. I'm gonna let the few of them that are really sticky on the bottom still sit for just a few more minutes so that they can solidify up just a tiny little bit. So this definitely did work for this little guy. Ooh, it's got purple cabbage spring roll. Super excited about the flavor, even though it's not exactly going to work out very well in terms of trying to eat it. Here's the rest of them on the tray. So you can see like this one over here is just totally open. This one only has 2 little spots that are open, but you can pick it up. Okay, I need 2 hands. You can pick it up to eat it and dunk it and eat it. It's just fine. It's just a little bit messier than you might like. So anyways, I mean, I could try this for you. I'm going to serve it with some kimchi. So that's my fermented food for the day. We can go ahead and give this a try. I bet you it's gonna be delicious. It's hot still. It's very, very hot. It's very good though. So, I need cabbage for lunch. I'm not exercising. My lower back is very sore from having, I went ahead and did the side lifts at 20 pounds this last time, and it was great, and I'm still sore from it. So today is supposed to be a weights day. I'm actually going to just have half of a day. I'm only going to eat once. I'm not going to exercise, and then tonight is going to start a whole new day for me. And I'm going to go ahead and exercise tomorrow morning. So that's how that's going to work. Anyway, that's it for me for today, guys. This did not work. However, I mean, flavor-wise, it's delicious. So back to the drawing board in terms of not using oil and trying to make these so that they're not so sticky. I think that, so when I was making them and I put the goo on them and just let them sit, it worked out really well, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I could like put a little bit of the stuff on my fingers and pick them up and eat them, and it would be just fine, and they wouldn't stick to my fingers, they wouldn't stick to the plate, they would be great. So if you wanted to have ones that were raw and not cooked, that would actually work out just fine. So anyways, no biggie that it didn't work. I really wanted to try it and see if it would work. I'm not really super surprised that it didn't, but I wanted it to. So anyways, I'm gonna go have some cabbage, guys, and I will see you again tomorrow.